Welcome back to BIM Heroes Radio. This is Episode 5.
Episode 5 already.
I know, right?
Time flies.
Yeah, this is where we're focusing on visionary leadership, and it's Week 5 of our 12-week leadership development program on www.bimhero.io.
Of course.
This week, we're diving into a topic that's really at the heart of transforming the AEC industry.
Visionary leadership.
Visionary leadership.
Yeah.
We've got some incredible insights from the BIM Heroes community this week.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
So get ready to explore how leading with vision can impact not just your company, but the entire industry.
The whole industry.
And maybe even society as a whole.
Absolutely. And that's what's so fascinating about visionary leadership is that it's not just about, like steering a company towards success.
Right.
It's about painting a picture of a better future for your team, for your industry, even for the world at large.
Oh, okay.
Think of it like a hero's journey.
Okay.
Confronting the challenges of today to pave the way to a brighter tomorrow.
I love that analogy of the hero's journey.
Yeah.
It really captures the essence of what we're talking about here.
Absolutely.
Speaking of heroes,
Yeah.
we've got some amazing insights from the BIM Heroes community this week.
Let's hear it.
Let's start with Maulik Gangani, senior BIM expert at Tata Consulting Engineers.
Oh, yeah. Maulik.
He paints a pretty stark picture of what happens when leadership lacks vision.
Yeah, he compares a leader without a vision to a ship lost at sea,
Ooh.
drifting aimlessly with no clear destination.
There's no guiding light.
Without that guiding purpose, it's easy to get bogged down in reactive decisions and just thinking short term.
Yeah, and that can really hinder progress, can it?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like you're constantly putting out fires instead of charting a course for the future.
Exactly. And on the flip side, we have Viktoria Roy,
Okay.
Associate Director and Group BIM Lead at Reddy Architecture, plus Urbanism. She offers a powerful counterpoint.
Right.
She compares a strong vision to the training regimen of an Olympic athlete.
Interesting.
These athletes have a crystal clear goal.
The Olympic.
The Olympics and their vision encompasses the training, the strategy, the unwavering focus
That dedication.
that allows them to push human potential to its limits.
So it's that vision that fuels their motivation, helps them persevere through challenges,
You got it.
and ultimately achieve extraordinary results.
Precisely. And Roy highlights that it's not just about winning medals. It's about demonstrating what's possible when you have that unwavering commitment to a larger purpose.
Yeah.
It's about inspiring others and setting a new standard of excellence.
That's a powerful message, and I think it's especially relevant in today's world,
Mm-hmm.
where we're constantly bombarded with information and pulled in a million different directions.
Information overload.
It's easy to lose sight of the bigger picture.
Absolutely. And Roy also points out a very important consequence of a lack of vision,
Okay.
which is that it can create a breeding ground for what she calls fake heroes within an organization.
Fake heroes.
Individuals who prioritize self-promotion over the collective good. This can lead to a culture of opportunism and ultimately hinder true growth and adaptation.
So having a clear vision is not only essential for achieving success, but also for creating a healthy and thriving organizational culture.
Precisely. How do we translate that vision into action?
That's the question.
Paul Doherty, president and CEO of Digit Group, Inc., offers a concrete example.
Oh.
He shared a vision statement from one of his Smart Cities projects.
Right.
It reads, empowering individuals and transforming communities through innovation and collaboration.
That's powerful.
It goes beyond just the technical aspects of a Smart Cities project and really emphasizes the human impact and the potential for positive change.
I agree. It's a fantastic illustration of how a vision statement can be more than just corporate jargon.
Right.
It can be a rallying cry that inspires action, fosters a sense of shared purpose, and ultimately drives meaningful change.
Absolutely. So we've established the why of having a vision,
The why.
but how do we get everyone on board and moving in the same direction?
That's the next step.
Erica Crandon, a project manager at Boeing, offers a unique perspective on this challenge.
Okay.
She uses the analogy of the human body to explain how a leader's vision can unify a team.
Okay. I like analogies.
Imagine the leader's vision as the overarching consciousness guiding each part of the body,
Each part.
each individual to work together harmoniously for the greater good.
That's such a vivid analogy.
It is.
It really highlights the interconnectedness of a team and the importance of having that shared understanding of where you're headed.
It's essential. And this analogy is particularly relevant when you consider the rapid pace of technological advancements in the AEC industry.
Oh, absolutely.
Crandon emphasizes that with the rise of AI and other disruptive technologies, having a strong vision to guide our approach to innovation is more critical than ever before.
So it's not just about blindly adopting the latest technology.
No.
It's about strategically integrating these advancements in a way that aligns with your vision
Exactly.
and ultimately benefits everyone involved.
A vision rooted in authenticity and integrity can foster a collaborative ecosystem of success, not just a relentless technology race.
Not a race.
Now, this brings us to the crucial elements of strategic thinking and planning. Kieran Morgan, a construction and project solicitor at PeopleBridge by William Fry LLP, makes a critical distinction here.
Go ahead.
Strategic thinking is about understanding the big picture, the why and the what,
Okay.
while strategic planning is about breaking down those big picture goals into actionable steps.
The how.
How and the when.
So you need both the visionary thinking to set the direction and the practical planning to turn that vision into reality.
You need both.
It's like having a map and a compass.
Okay.
The map shows you the terrain, but the compass keeps you headed in the right direction.
I like that. And what's fascinating is that Morgan, as a construction lawyer, uses a design thinking methodology to tackle challenges.
Interesting.
It's a 5-step process that emphasizes empathy, clearly defining the problem, brainstorming solutions, creating prototypes, and testing those prototypes to refine your approach.
So it's iterative.
Very much so. And what's intriguing is how these principles of design thinking can be applied to any field, not just design itself.
That's a great point. It highlights the universality of these approaches to problem solving and innovation.
Absolutely.
It's not just about the tools or the methods, but the mindset you bring to the table.
Exactly. And this leads us to the next critical aspect of visionary leadership:
Okay.
driving change and fostering innovation.
Two sides of the same coin?
Morgan emphasizes the vital link between embracing change and creating a culture where innovation can thrive.
So it's not enough to simply have a vision.
No.
You need to be able to adapt, evolve, and constantly seek out new and better ways of doing things.
And this is where it gets really interesting.
All right.
Morgan points out that our brains are actually wired to resist change.
To resist change.
It's a natural human instinct to stick with what's familiar and comfortable.
It's comfortable.
So how do visionary leaders overcome this inherent resistance and create an environment where innovation is not only accepted but encouraged?
That's a great question. What are some of the tactics that Morgan suggests?
Well, he emphasizes that it starts with leading by example.
Leading by example.
Leaders need to demonstrate their own willingness to embrace change, to take risks, and to experiment with new ideas,
Be the change.
even if it means encountering setbacks along the way.
Because there will be setbacks.
There always are. It's about creating a culture where failure is seen as a learning opportunity, not a sign of weakness.
So it's about creating a safe space for experimentation and encouraging people to step outside of their comfort zones.
Exactly. Morgan suggests setting aside dedicated time and resources for experimentation.
Okay.
He mentions the scamper technique as a tool for sparking creative thinking.
Scamper.
It encourages teams to substitute, combine, adapt, modify, put to another use, eliminate or reverse existing ideas
Wow, that's a lot.
to generate new possibilities.
That's interesting.
It sounds like giving your team permission to play and explore, but within a structured framework.
I like that. And that reminds me of something else Morgan mentioned.
Okay.
The work of John Kotter, a renowned leadership expert from Harvard Business School.
Oh, yes, John Cotter.
Kotter outlines an 8-step process for implementing change effectively and embedding it into the culture of an organization.
Right. And those steps include creating a sense of urgency, forming a strong coalition of change leaders, developing a clear vision for change,
A clear vision.
communicating that vision, effectively removing obstacles, celebrating short-term wins to build momentum,
Celebrating wins.
building on those successes and anchoring the changes in the corporate culture.
It's a process.
It's a comprehensive approach that emphasizes the importance of clear communication, collaboration, and a sustained commitment to the change process,
It sounds like it's not just about making a change, but making it stick.
making it last.
It's about creating a new way of operating that becomes ingrained in the DNA of the organization.
Absolutely. Now let's shift gears and talk about the long game.
Okay.
Cultivating a culture of continuous improvement.
Continuous improvement.
Daria Zimovets, a BIM specialist at NIIAT, highlights why this mindset is so crucial in today's rapidly evolving world.
In today's world.
It's not just about fixing what's broken.
Right.
It's about constantly evaluating processes, seeking out growth opportunities, and embracing a mindset of ongoing learning and development.
So always be learning.
Always be learning. It's a mindset shift.
It is.
Zimovets offers some really compelling examples of companies known for their commitment to continuous improvement.
I'd love to hear them.
There's Toyota with its legendary production system focused on eliminating waste.
Oh, yeah, the Toyota production system.
And Google with its famous 20% time policy that encourages employees to dedicate a portion of their work week to personal projects and innovation.
I've heard about that.
And then there's Netflix, which prioritizes employee freedom and adaptation, empowering their teams to constantly learn and evolve.
Interesting.
What's fascinating is that these are all industry giants.
Yeah, they are.
But they each recognize the value of fostering a culture where continuous improvement is simply part of how they operate.
So it's not just about being good, it's about getting better all the time.
All the time.
And it seems like a key takeaway here is that there's no one-size-fits-all approach.
Right.
Each company has found its own unique way to embed this mindset into its culture.
Absolutely. It's about finding what works best for your organization and your team.
Your team.
Now let's dive into the most personal aspect of leadership.
All right, let's get personal.
Cultivating a leadership mindset.
Yes.
Nicoleta Panagiotidou, founder and managing director at BIM Design Hub, introduces us to a thought-provoking framework.
Oh, okay.
From Vishen Lakhiani's book, The Code of the Extraordinary Mind.
The Code of the Extraordinary Mind.
This framework offers practical tools for rewiring our thinking and breaking free from limiting beliefs.
Okay, I have to admit, the idea of rewiring our thinking for leadership success really intrigues me.
It is intriguing.
What are some of the key concepts that Lakhiani introduces?
Well, he starts by talking about rules.
Rules.
Which are those bullshit rules we absorb from society that often hold us back.
Okay.
These are the unspoken assumptions and limiting beliefs that can prevent us from reaching our full potential.
Right.
He encourages us to challenge these rules and consciously choose beliefs that empower us.
Oh, it's about questioning the status quo and
Yeah.
taking ownership of our own belief systems.
Exactly. He also introduces the concept of consciousness engineering,
Consciousness engineering.
which is about actively shaping our models of reality and our systems for living.
Okay.
It's about recognizing that we have the power to choose how we perceive the world
Choose.
and to design our lives in a way that aligns with our values and aspirations.
That sounds incredibly empowering. But let's face it, leadership can be tough.
It can be.
There are always challenges and setbacks.
There are.
How do we stay motivated and positive in the face of adversity?
That's where Lakhiani's concept of discipline comes in.
Discipline.
It's about cultivating the discipline of finding joy in the everyday. Finding joy?
Using happiness as fuel for achievement.
Okay.
And it's not just about feeling good. Studies have shown that we are actually more effective and productive when we were in a positive state of mind.
Really?
It's a positive feedback loop. Happiness fuels success, which in turn fuels more happiness.
So it's not just about achieving success, it's about enjoying the journey along the way.
Exactly. But let's be real. There's always going to be negativity and criticism,
There is.
especially when you're trying to drive change. How do you deal with that?
How do you deal with that?
Lakhiani has a term for that too.
Oh, he does.
Unfuckwittable.
Unfuckwittable.
It's about cultivating a deep sense of self-acceptance and immunity to negativity.
I see.
It's about realizing that you can't control other people's reactions,
Right.
but you can control your own response.
I have to admit, I love that word.
It's a good one.
Unfuckwittable. It's like a superpower for leaders.
It is.
But how do we tie all of these concepts together into a coherent approach to leadership?
Lakhiani emphasizes the importance of having a quest. A quest.
A calling that drives you to make a positive impact on the world.
Okay.
He argues that the most extraordinary people don't have careers. They have callings.
Callings.
It's about finding that deeper purpose that fuels your passion and gives meaning to your work.
Your calling.
And for visionary leaders, it's about inspiring their teams to embrace that shared quest to create a sense of collective purpose that drives exceptional achievements.
It's about finding that why that resonates on a deeper level and inspires you to push beyond your perceived limitations.
Exactly. And finally, Lakhiani reminds us that we all have the power to choose our own models of reality.
We do.
If we can choose any model we want, why not choose one that empowers us to bend reality towards our goals?
It's a choice.
It's a powerful message about the impact our beliefs have on our actions and ultimately on our success.
That is mind-blowing. So if we connect all of these ideas, it seems like visionary leadership is about so much more than just setting a direction for a company. It's about tapping into our own potential, inspiring others to do the same, and ultimately creating a better future for everyone.
A better future for everyone, and let's not forget the importance of continuous learning and development.
Right.
As we've seen from the examples shared, even the most successful companies are constantly seeking ways to improve and adapt.
Always learning.
Always learning. It's a journey, not a destination.
The journey.
That requires courage, resilience, a willingness to challenge the status quo, and of course, a healthy dose of unfuckwithableness.
Well said. It sounds like we've covered a lot of ground in this first part of our deep dive.
We have.
But there's so much more to explore. We'll be back in a moment to continue our conversation about visionary leadership.
Looking forward to it.
Me too.
Welcome back to our deep dive into visionary leadership.
I'm ready.
Before we paused, we were exploring this inspiring world of leading with vision. We discussed crafting a clear vision, strategic thinking, and embracing change as fuel for innovation. We even delved into some thought-provoking concepts like consciousness engineering and blissipline.
Yeah, that was really interesting.
To cultivate a powerful leadership mindset, now let's bring these ideas back down to earth and consider how they play out in the AEC industry, a field often perceived as resistant to change.
You've hit the nail on the head there. I think one of the biggest hurdles we face in the AEC industry is this ingrained mentality of, well, this is how we've always done it.
Gets comfortable.
It can stifle innovation and prevent us from embracing new technologies and processes that can make our industry more efficient, sustainable, and ultimately more fulfilling for everyone involved.
It's understandable to a certain extent.
Yeah.
I mean, the AEC industry deals with complex projects often involving massive budgets and significant safety considerations.
Right.
There's a natural tendency to prioritize tried and true methods.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
But this doesn't mean we can afford to become complacent.
No.
In fact, the opposite is true. The world is changing at an unprecedented pace, and if we don't adapt, we risk being left behind.
So how do we shift that mindset? How do we inject a culture of innovation into an industry that's often slow to embrace change?
Well, I believe it starts with leadership.
Okay.
Visionary leaders in the AEC industry need to be champions for change.
Champions.
They need to articulate a compelling vision for the future, one that inspires their teams and stakeholders to embrace new ideas and ways of working.
It's not just about talking the talk, though, right? It's about walking the walk.
Absolutely. Actions always speak louder than words. Leaders need to demonstrate their commitment to innovation through concrete actions. Investing in new technologies, providing opportunities for professional development, and creating a culture that rewards risk-taking and experimentation.
So those are the tangible steps that speak louder than words.
Precisely. And let's not underestimate the power of storytelling in this process. We talked about that human body analogy earlier, how a leader's vision is like the overarching consciousness guiding the different parts to work together.
Yes.
Well, stories are a powerful way to communicate that vision, to breathe life into it, and to create a sense of shared purpose.
It's about painting a picture of a better future one that resonates with people's emotions and inspires them to take action. Think about some of the great visionary leaders throughout history, people like Steve Jobs or Elon Musk.
I'm with you.
They weren't just brilliant engineers or entrepreneurs, they were master storytellers who captivated the world with their visions.
Exactly. That's what we need in the AEC industry leaders who can paint that compelling picture of a more sustainable, efficient, and technologically advanced future. We need leaders who can ignite our imaginations and make us believe in the possibilities.
So we need leaders who are not only technically savvy, but also possess exceptional communication and storytelling skills.
That's the blend.
That's a powerful combination.
Right.
But it's not just about the leaders at the top, is it?
Mm.
We need visionary thinking at all levels of the industry to really drive meaningful change.
I agree. Innovation can spring from anywhere, from the seasoned architect with years of experience to the recent graduate with fresh perspectives. It's about fostering a culture where everyone feels empowered to share their ideas and contribute to that collective vision.
And that brings us back to the concept of consciousness engineering, doesn't it?
It does.
It's about being aware of those limiting beliefs, those gruels that might be holding us back, and consciously choosing to adopt a more empowering mindset.
Yes. And remember blissipline, the discipline of finding joy in the everyday, even when things are tough. That can fuel our creativity and resilience, allowing us to keep pushing forward even when faced with challenges.
I think many people might assume that visionary leadership is all about grand ideas and sweeping changes, but it's also about those small everyday actions that contribute to a larger vision.
It is. It's about being mindful of the decisions we make each day and how they align with our overarching goals. It's about being proactive, taking initiative, and constantly seeking ways to improve even in small ways.
It's about showing up with that unfuckwittable attitude, embracing challenges as opportunities for growth, and never losing sight of that brighter future we're striving to create.
Beautifully said. And let's not forget it's a journey, not a destination. There will be setbacks, obstacles, and moments of doubt along the way. But as long as we keep learning, adapting, and supporting each other, we can achieve extraordinary things.
Okay, let's zoom out for a moment and consider the bigger picture. We've been talking a lot about the AEC industry, but what about the impact of visionary leadership on society as a whole?
That's a great question.
How does this all connect to the world beyond our industry?
This is where things get really exciting. The built environment has a profound impact on our lives, from the homes we live in to the infrastructure that connects us. Visionary leaders in the AEC industry have the power to shape that environment in a way that promotes sustainability, equity, and well-being for all.
Think about the challenges we're facing as a global society: climate change, social inequality, resource scarcity. The AEC industry is right at the forefront of addressing these issues. It's going to take visionary leaders to guide us towards a more sustainable and equitable future.
You're right. It's about designing and building spaces that promote health and well-being, that are resilient in the face of climate change, and that foster a sense of community and belonging. It's about using technology not just for efficiency, but also for social good.
It's about recognizing that the decisions we make in the AEC industry have far-reaching consequences and using our collective power to create a world that's better for everyone.
I couldn't agree more. Now let's bring it back to our listeners. What specific actions can they take to cultivate their own leadership skills and contribute to a more visionary AEC industry?
What can they do starting today to make a difference?
It's a great question. First and foremost, I think it's about embracing a growth mindset.
Okay.
Be curious, be open to new ideas, and never stop learning. Take advantage of professional development opportunities, attend industry events, and connect with other visionary leaders in the BIM Heroes community and beyond.
Always be learning.
Absolutely. And don't be afraid to step outside your comfort zone. Seek out challenges, experiment with new technologies and approaches, and be willing to take risks. Remember, failure is not the opposite of success. It's a stepping stone on the path to growth.
Building strong relationships and networks is also crucial.
Absolutely.
Connect with people who inspire you, who challenge you to think differently, and who share your passion for creating a better future. Surround yourself with people who lift you up and push you to be your best self.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And finally, remember that leadership is not about a title or a position.
Okay.
It's about action. No matter where you are in your career, you can make a difference by embracing the principles of visionary leadership and inspiring others to do the same. Lead by example, share your vision, and empower others to contribute their unique talents and perspectives.
We've covered a lot of ground today exploring the multifaceted world of visionary leadership and its impact on the AEC industry and beyond. But this is just the beginning of the conversation.
There's always more to learn.
We encourage you to continue exploring these ideas, to connect with the BIM Heroes community, and to share your own insights and experiences.
What resonated with you? What are you going to do differently?
Welcome back to our deep dive on visionary leadership. We've explored some really powerful ideas today, from the importance of crafting a clear and compelling vision to the transformative potential of consciousness engineering and discipline. Before we wrap up, I want to circle back to a point made by Ralph Montague, director of ArcDox and the BIM Coordinator Summit, and the founder of the BIM Heroes community.
Oh, yeah,
He reminded us that this journey of visionary leadership is akin to a hero's journey.
A hero's journey.
A confrontation with what he called the dragon of chaos in our pursuit of a better future.
It's a powerful metaphor, isn't it? It reminds us that leading change is rarely easy. There will inevitably be challenges, setbacks, and those moments of doubt that creep in when the path ahead feels uncertain. But like any hero on a quest, we need to summon the courage, resilience, and determination to overcome those obstacles and ultimately emerge victorious.
And the great thing is, we don't have to face these challenges alone. We have the support of the BIM Heroes community, a network of passionate individuals who are all committed to transforming the AEC industry for the better. We can draw strength and inspiration from each other's experiences, share our insights, and collectively raise the bar for what's possible.
That sense of community and shared purpose is invaluable, especially when navigating the complexities of leading change. Now, as we wrap up our deep dive today, let's take a moment to distill the key takeaways. What are those nuggets of wisdom that our listeners can carry with them on their own leadership journeys?
Well, we've learned that a compelling vision is absolutely essential. It acts as a guiding star for a company, and it can even have a ripple effect that impacts society as a whole.
We've also explored the importance of crafting a vision that inspires action, aligning your team around that shared vision and embracing change as a catalyst for innovation. It's about creating a culture where people feel empowered to contribute their ideas and work together towards a common goal.
We delved into the fascinating world of strategic thinking and planning, recognizing that we need both the big picture perspective, the why and the what, and the detailed roadmap, the how and the when to achieve our goals. It's about finding that balance between dreaming big and taking practical steps to turn those dreams into reality.
And perhaps most importantly, we've learned that we all have the power to cultivate a leadership mindset. It's about rewiring our thinking, challenging those limiting beliefs, and embracing the qualities that will empower us to lead with authenticity, inspiration, and a deep sense of purpose.
So it sounds like visionary leadership is not just about leading a company, it's about leading ourselves.
Well said. It's about personal growth and transformation as much as it is about organizational success. We've covered a lot of ground today exploring the multifaceted nature of visionary leadership and its impact on the AEC industry and beyond. We encourage you to continue exploring these ideas, to connect with the BIM Heroes community, and to share your own insights and experiences. Join the free leadership program on www.bimhero.io and subscribe to BIM Heroes Radio on YouTube and Spotify for future episodes.
We'd love to hear from you.
And here's a final thought to leave you with. What rules, those bullshit rules, might be holding you back as a leader in the AEC industry? How can you embrace the concept of discipline to fuel your own vision and achieve even greater success?
Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep leading the way to a brighter future for the AEC industry and beyond.